Hey, it's the wrestling content. Sorry, I'm a day late. I'm trying to record and put my weekly video every Tuesday, but now it's Wednesday. Life is lifing, and if for the US people, you had your Memorial Day, we had a bank holiday in the UK, and life just was lifing. But here we are. Thank you for sticking with me. We're growing. So I'm trying to switch up the format a little bit. What I've been doing and trying over the last couple of weeks is just doing a roundup of things. But I want to start with the roundup of what's happened in wrestling, well, WWE. So we had SmackDown, we had Saturday Night, or whatever, Saturday main event, whatever that is, just a poor man's Raw. And then talk about Raw, what just happened. That's the first half. And then the second half, I want to go through the hot wrestling topics because the WWE World Wrestling Entertainment got the E out. Back in the day when they had to change their logo from the WWF, the World Life whatever that panda logo was, they got to take the F out, and but now they took the E out, so it's just, I'm gonna call it the double W. Double W. Right. So let's get into it.
Listen.
Well, we look at lovely SmackDown. Was SmackDown good? I'm just really just I don't even know what to say to you. I don't even know what to say to you about SmackDown apart from cheap pops. This is I don't even want to get into it 'cause I put my notes down for the hot topic, so I'm just trying to keep my themes intact, right? So you have Tiffany Stratton doing what she does, doing a Tiffy time, and it doesn't make any sense. And is it me when the cameraman was looking at her that they were looking at her vajayjay, and it was very tight around the area? I thought the cameraman, I know they wear scantily clad clothing, but I really think they were looking at her vajayjay a bit too much. But it is what it is. Life is life, and womanhood. Um, then we have the tag team. I don't really care about tag team. We have Dating Priest. You have Drew McIntyre. Do not give two craps about that. Then we have Selena Vega. Do not give crap about that. But I think she messed up on the 619, didn't she? And yeah, and Chelsea Green's got a ready bloody nose. Slow, Solo Sequoia. I can't even say the names because I'm so bored. I am so bored. That's why I'm laughing, because I'm putting in my notes like I am just very bored. And I feel like I'm regurgitating the same things I say all the time, every SmackDown. Like, what's happening to LA Knight? He needs to just be a main eventer and get out of this thing. He needs to have win Money in the Bank. If he's gonna lose Money in the Bank, he better be a world champion by SummerSlam. End of. And then you have Street Profits and Fraxium with no contest because, yeah. And then the Bryant family, yeah. I don't know, Wyatt family. It was Bray Wyatt's birthday. Blah 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 blah. You know what? I love to be actually the White family because I just get paid staying at home doing nothing and living off the brother's name, living off Bray Wyatt's name, and Bray tax. That's what I would love to do, because not like I want Bray to die or anything, or R.I.P. But what are they doing? How does it fit? How does it translate in 2025? I don't think it translates well at all. No, they got rid of all those people in the Final Testament. He had a really crappy feud, and they lost to the Karrion Cross faction. Can't remember what they even were called. Final Testament, right? So you lost there. You're jobbing out then, You had these random promos. Nikki Cross was doing stuff to Scarlett. I mean, that's that. So I'm glad they're using my girl Candice, but I don't know what's. It just seems just the jobberation, man. SmackDown used to be so good, but it is not. It's not great. It's not great. It is not great. All right, let me just skip on this. I can't wait to talk about the hot topics. To be honest, the themes. So you have Saturday night main event. You know, the only thing was good. What's his name? I didn't write his name down. You know the Ventura. Oh God, it's gonna annoy me. What is his name? Google Schmoogle. The governor. Oh God. Oh God, please bear with me. Bear with me. Jesse Ventura. God, he was the best. He was the best. And what I love about him, no one can't tell him anything. You can tell that the Vince era has gone because no one can't tell my guy, Jesse Ventura, anything. And he was just doing his little ad-libs. I'm sure that he had nothing written down. He could just you know, riff. Yeah, I'm sure he can just riff. So anyway, I'm just looking at these like 5-match kind of cards crap. Zelina Vega with the US title. I really like Zelina. I don't want no one to get fired. She has a very emotional story about her dad died from 9/11, blah, blah, blah. Not blah, 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 but you know what I mean. I'm just talking colloquially. And there's so much story we could put to this, where we can give her like the Jey Uso pass, where you know you just make up on charisma, and we just love you so much. We're just gonna make up for all the in-ring ability. And with Zelina Vega, I'm just like, girl, this is your time to shine. Now everyone's having a go at Zelina Vega that she's small. Yes, she's small, so she has to. If you're small, you got disadvantages. You have to make up for it. Like Shawn Michaels is small in stature, and he had to make up with ring ability. So she's been a wrestler for so long, has a long career, 10+ years. Use all that stuff what she does for cosplay, her efforts in cosplay and dressing up, and improve her ring ability. She shouldn't be on the main roster if her ring ability is not on par. It's a shame, really, because I'm sure she's a nice girl and this is her dream, but there's some way she needs to improve. I really want to give her a chance, but it's not happening. John Cena defeated R-Truth, this throwaway match. It's just a throwaway. Money grab, throwaway. Get him off Peacock, getting money off NBC. Doesn't matter to me. Damien Priest. So why did I think my guy, Jesse Ventura, was the MVP? He did really good something in the commentary, mention like, after all the brutalization and what's his name, Drew McIntyre, got from Damien Priest and stuff like that, what was said, he said to something to the effect, so he couldn't just climb out of the cage. He had to just walk through the door of the cage. That was lame. And that just highlighted how Jesse Ventura, we think the creative is so lame. Lame and cringe. Okay. Lame and cringe. I'm laughing because it was just I'm laughing at myself to keep myself amused, because that's how crap it is. Now how we all goes to Raw. We go to Raw. You have CM Punk. What happens? You haven't seen CM Punk for the whole Raw. He comes out at the end, of course. Yeah, copy and paste CM Punk. Seth Rollins comes at the front, and then they come a surprise at the end. Interchange, remix since January, since the last 5 months, nearly 6 months. Oh boy, yep. Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm trying to stay away from the top topics. Okay, I don't know what's happened to Rusev. Rusev is my guy. I love Rusev. It's Rusev Day. I don't know what they're doing with Sheamus. They're in like upper mid card, Purge Through Hell. I don't know what the New Day are doing. They need to sort themselves out. But side note, loving their Attack on Titan inspired clothing. You know, I love Attack on Titan. Anime fans, if you're there. Judgment Day, they're trying to recycle the same story with Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan. I just thought that just Judgment Day should just die. I think it's overstayed its welcome, to be honest. I don't care about Gunther and yeah, I don't like. And Valkyria, the Bird Lady, and Becky Lynch. Lame. Lame. Becky's trying though. Becky's trying. Becky's just polishing a turd, to be honest. Okay. And, you know, at the end, whatever their faction is called, CM Punk comes at the end. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. The reason why I'm pausing because I've got my hot topics, so I want to get through. So let me go through because I can delve into the roundup. Quite cool. Now, so there's in the hot topics, one of the themes or the topics is fans. Now, the fans are destroying the whole WWE process. Let me give you some examples before you you just say things, you don't go in deep. I go as deep as how much you want me to go deep. Sounds like you're listening and and subscribing and commenting. But you haven't done that lately. So I'm going deep now. So the fans are sheep. I said that to you. All they do is wrote themselves Triple H as let the inmate run the assignment. You're letting us fans dictate how the event should run. You got the obnoxious fans to be so involved. It's so confusing. And what do I mean by that? You're getting the fans to cheer for the good guys and cheer for the good guys. Cheer for the bad guys, and just don't care about the baby faces. So we are destroying years, centuries of lore, LORE, of traditions, of wrestling traditions, where you're supposed to really cheer the baby face, unless it's the anti-hero, but usually the baby face, and you're supposed to boo the heels. And this is what the problem with Seth Rollins, with Becky Lynch. Things are not working because we don't give two craps about usually the other heels or their opponents, or we just want to be like cheap butts or cheap neckbeards, whatever the demographics you want to call yourselves. Not me. Where the fans just like, oh, Seth Rollins coming. Whoa, whoa, Becky Lynch, whatever. I forgot her theme tune. Braun Breaker. That's all you guys care about. You guys, fans, just care about being so involved and ruining the whole story. It's not about you. You're not wrestlers. You don't put your life on the line every day. So why you have to be so obnoxious? Just let people do their thing. You're interrupting promos. You're wrecking storylines. You're to blame. And also equal to blame is Triple H. It's like, why are all the promos being samey and lame? I'm going to put this down as my next the other topic near the end. Same and lame promos. And the cadence. I'll talk about that later. But the fans are ruining it. The fans are not truthful. I think I said this before. If you took a fan away from the crowd, from groupthink mentality, and say, is this good product? And give them a week. Don't ask them as soon as when they're at the event, because it's that sunken cost, isn't it? I've paid my money. I'm going to say it's good. You remove them from a week or two from that paid event, and you say, is it good? And like, it's not really that good, is it? And we're like, yeah, we know it's not good. So why are you faking? It's just faking. I'm trying to think of an analogy of like, okay, it's like this, like you're at work and you have your boss there and you say, yeah, everything's great. And it's not great. But no one's telling the boss that it's not great because no one wants to get fired or no one wants to seem like they're being negative. That's how it is. So fans are just not being honest. They're either absolutely dumb people or they're just not being honest. What do I write here with the fans? Yeah, fans, cheap pops. Just lower cheap pop. And fans are confused. And this is confusing the next generation of fans. Of like, it is normal just to be a Pavlovian dog and just like, okay, there's a nice theme music. Yay, I just say that. I want to be involved. So it feels like, this feels like it's like a concert. Yeah. I'm just going to sing along. It feels, that's what it is. Wrestling has become a sing-along catastrophe. If I can say the word. Sing-along catastrophe. Yeah. And Triple H has lost control of the audience, and that's what it is. So creative isn't creative. It's all creative. It's fans and creatives. Okay. The next topic, I feel that NXT, the system has failed. Now, the golden years when I was watching it, I say it's golden years, when around the Four Horsewomen was there, like Sami Zayn was there, Finn Balor was there, Shinsuke Nakamura was at NXT, that time of thing. Was it 2015, 2016 time? And I think maybe Dusty Rhodes was still alive. I think he was alive around, I don't know. Don't quote me, right? I think he was alive around then, right? And the promos was fire. People could wrestle properly. The last kind of era of the stars. The only exception was probably Bianca. I think she came a bit later to the roster, Bianca Belair. But yeah. Now, when you have people like Valkyria, I don't know when Zelina Vega came into the main roster. When you have someone like Valkyria and Zelina Vega, let me just double check if Zelina Vega has come through. Zelina Vega, come to NXT. Yeah, I think she did go to. Yeah, she was with Andre. I wasn't watching it properly then, but she was, right? Okay. So that just justifies my point, just doing a bit of Google schmoozer. If Zelina Vega went through the NXT system to prepare you for the main roster with ring ability, presentation, and she got her presentation down, 100%, and I know she puts a lot in her presentation. But anyway, you got your presentation, you have your promos, you have your in-ring ability, and your character. All the rest, apart from presentation, I'm not feeling. And I don't think it has to be because she's smaller. Sasha Banks is small. Very small. But her in-ring ability is exceptional. It's exceptional. And out of all of the Four Horsewomen today, who is the better wrestler? I thought Charlotte. But I can't... she's like, Sasha Banks is the best wrestler now. Out of all of Four Horsewomen. No, can't tell me different. But anyway, going back to Selena, if she's gone through the system, it's supposed to be future world champions, right? Okay, now she's US champion. But apart from that, I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know. It's just really annoying. It's annoying because she shouldn't be at this level. It feels like she's just started her role. But she's like at least a 10-year vet. She started when she was like at least 18, 19, doing some research, looking at her YouTube channel and stuff. It's just a shame. And looking at the system to find another person is Lyra Valkyria. Now, I know that she can wrestle. She can wrestle, right? Good, Irish lady. But the promo what she gave on Raw, I was like, what? What the hell was that? Cringe. I put lame and same and lame. Because what you notice, I keep on saying it all in my reviews or my videos, there's a certain cadence. I say a line, I'm the best wrestler. Pause. Waiting for a pop. And then I said I'm going to beat you, and I will. Actually, let me go back. What they do was Tiffy, whoever writes Tiffy Time's flipping thing, and Jay Uso's, it must be the same writer. What they do, they start off with, with a narration and a flashback. So they tell you something. I know you have to scene set sometimes, but I know not everyone probably have watched the show, but because it's a hardcore audience, you don't have to scene set all the time. They're like, this is what happened the other day when I met this person, and you know how I feel about this person. Pause. and then the crowd go yay, or it'd be crickets, and it's mostly crickets when live Akira is talking. And then I saw Becky and I beat her, and she won't just leave me alone. I'm like, but you're a wrestler and you're the champion, so you've got a target on your back, so shut the F up anyway. And you won't leave me alone, and I am better champion, and I am better, and I'm this, and I am that. And I'm like, no one cares, bird lady. No one cares. And she was struggling through that promo. I'm like, all right, you can have a bad day one day. But if you've been through NXT UK, you've been through NXT, why don't no one's working on their promo skills? I'm going to redo and go back to all of my videos and do revamps on my videos and give really good structure and really good editing. Because I've got some good gems. And I've been telling like the science behind what makes a good promo, what makes a good wrestler. And I had like 10 points and I made it like 6 months ago. Hasn't got much views. If you see it, please look at it. Because how do they get through the system of NXT? And then you want to cut people, but you haven't that system's not working. If Selena Vega and Liv Vicaria got through that system and they're producing this on the main roster, bloody hell. We're finished. WWE's finished. Lame, cringe, lame, insane. Absolutely disgraceful. Alright, so you know how WWE is very, very shady? So I was on the Twitter. Not always go on Twitter, but I was looking just some results of All In. I'm not all in with AEW. I do love my Tony Storm. I do love my Mercedes Moné. I do love Chris Statland. I think even though I love it so much, I do love WWE, but I do think the women's roster is more talented and have better character work than I think WWE. So apart from Naomi, Naomi's the only one it's the only one doing proper character work now. Only Naomi. So I was looking at it and then I saw something because they changed WWE going from New Orleans to somewhere else. I don't think they announced it. Everyone's up in arms and I'm like, oh yeah, money, money, money. Don't F the fans. F the fans. That's what the WWE don't care about the fans, but that's another story. Anyway, and then I think All In is the same day as one of WWE's shows, and then they put in the caption, in the code for tickets, they put WWE All, and I thought that's a bit cheeky, you cheeky monkey. Why you do that for? You don't have to do that. And I thought, why is WWE doing all this kind of thing? Why are they doing that? You don't need to do that. And I thought, nah. So I just thought WWE is just being a cheeky monkey. I don't like it. And I don't like when, okay, cool. It's very, very corny. They put, I'm just looking at the thing right now. It says, Atlanta, are you ready? Tickets are sale with the pre-sale code or WWE. Oh yeah, so they have Saturday night main event, and I think that's around the same time, isn't it? Around the All In of AEW, their flagship show. And I thought, you are cheeky with counter programming. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I just saw that. So this puts the fingers of the 2005 modern Saturday the Saturday pay-per-view wars. Are you all WWE or are you all elite? I'm watching all WWE. So cheeky mayors. Cheeky mayors. Anyway, those is my roundup. I was hoping to be under 15 minutes, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm working on the form. I keep on saying I'm working on the form. When you see me with my new edits, yeah, when you see this channel have the makeover, you'll be like, girl, I'm paying for your content. Yeah, but thank you for the guys, girls and people who sticking with me since the beginning, and yeah, love to speak to you soon.